So today we're going to look at a short clip with the cosmic skeptic. I think I've addressed him before. He's just such a boring orator. It's really hard to watch his videos, but he actually demonstrates something in this short clip that is not really an argument, but I kind of want to address a sentiment. And so this isn't an argument. Don't go at me in the comment section debunking an argument that I'm not making. I'm going to express why his sentiments are unaligned and why I think the atheist worldview is a vacuous hellhole, which is very demonstrably evident to lead to unhappiness or apathy towards things which we ought to be thankful for. Let's see.
What you're saying is you just don't agree with it, that God can allow us to suffer if he compensates us. Like if someone came to my house and tore it up and then gave me a bunch of money, I'd be highly inconvenienced nonetheless to have to fix everything. I'd still be mad even if I was grateful for the money because it's my house, not theirs. But this is God's house, so he's sovereign over it.
I don't see myself as a part of God's house. At best, I would see myself as a visitor within God's house who had no choice but to be in God's house. If I was in my own house and I dragged somebody into my house through no choice of their own and then forced them to undergo some suffering and then threw some money at them and said, I have the right to do this because firstly, this is my house, and secondly, I've compensated for it. So if anything, you should be grateful. I think this would be gross.
Right, because when human beings exhibit that kind of autonomy over other human beings, we call that...
I believe this is Dr. Trent Horn, if I'm not mistaken, a very great Catholic scholar. He's going to address it as an argument. I am not. I'm going to supplant the argument altogether. Think about the sentiment which Cosmic Skeptic is saying here. This is how he views life. He's trapped in a house against his will. He does not like being here. He does not find the gratifications of life worthy of the sufferings which come in life. This does not have anything to do with God, even though he's putting it at God's feet, which is perfectly fine. I think God's happy to take responsibility for the evil and suffering in the world. But it actually has to do with his own alignment and worldview, and that he truly believes he is a prisoner inside of his own body, this house which he does not want to be in. And it seems to me that he does not like this life. Let's take it from my perspective. And again, this is not an argument. This is a mere sentiment. I love life. Life is freaking awesome. Not only did I not put myself in this house, to use his analogy, I never could have done anything to make life as beautiful, tender, marvelous, full of love, beauty, and goodness, and things which I would have no comprehension of, but that God graciously granted me the gift of life. The only reason I am even able to experience something like suffering is because I intrinsically know the ineffable goodness of God's world, the nature which he has put inside of me, and the striving which I have for the world to come. This is the difference between the atheistic, vacuous worldview, which makes everything plain, dull, and yes, even evil, versus the Christian worldview, which looks at a world full of light, loveliness, and thanksgiving. And because it is God who put us in this world, which we did not deserve, nor did we earn it, we thank him. And we look at all of life, yes, even our suffering, as thanksgiving, that while sufferings are not good in and of themselves, sufferings point us back to the truth, goodness, and beauty, which God beforehand established. And yeah, he did it outside of our own will. Praise be to God, who grants us such amazing grace.